Dad?
Aren't you sleeping yet? It's time for bed, honey.
Dad, I can't sleep. Can you tell me a bedtime story?
All right. What do you want to hear?
Something about an adventure.
I think I know just the thing. When I was your age, my biggest dream was to follow my Uncle Fred on one of his adventures around the world. One day, he disappeared. I stepped into the lobby of my uncle's house. It lay just across the hill from where I lived with my mother, your grandmother. She had tried to keep me from going, but I wanted to see if Fred was home yet from his latest adventure.
My parents had some really extreme teaching methods that I find really useful. I still remember the last time that I stole. This was back when I was 4 or 5, before elementary school.
My uncle used to send me postcards from his long journeys. Greetings from Nepal, Galapagos, Kilimanjaro, the Amazon River. This was the first time he had left without a word, without sending cards. I had visited Uncle Fred's house countless of times, but in the locker, which usually was closed, I found something I hadn't seen before. It was an adventure suit. It resembled the one that Fred used, but smaller in size. Curiosity got the better of me, and I tried it on. It fit like it had been custom made for me. The most mysterious room of my uncle's house was the observatory. There he kept his newest experiments, and right now it held a pad used for disposing of garbage. Uncle Fred had warned me not to touch any of his things. But, as I said, I was a curious child.
And I had its classmate. His name was Wade. And Wade had this yellow digital watch. It was really cool. And that day we were doing a class of just having some fun with Limbo. And Wade was really good. Me being the jealous kid, I was like, oh, psh, it's just that watch, I'm sure. That watch giving him special powers. I don't know if I was being jealous or dumb or both, because if you think about it, that's really, really dumb. Anyways, he took it off, proved me wrong, but back then I didn't believe him.
I landed with a crash, but thanks to the suit I wasn't hurt. I had no idea where the pad had taken me, but back then I didn't care so much about where I was going, or how I would get home. The suit protected me from falls on the ground, but not in water. I couldn't swim with this thing on. Best be careful.
So lunch came by, and then nap time. I never really fall asleep during nap time.
I was sure that someone had been here before me. Someone had built these bridges and carved these symbols, but who? Where were they now?
And I don't know if I purposely placed myself right next to him, or I just happened to wind up beside him, but I happened to be beside him when we took naps. And since I don't really take naps, I was wide awake, while he fell asleep, with his watch by his side. He didn't wear it while he was taking a nap. So when nap time was over, I quickly just took the watch and walked out. And I had to hide it somewhere, so I hid it in my own kind of locker thing. We had this cupboard thing that kind of works like lockers, and they have no locks on it.
How did you know Fred had been there?
Well, I found a small campsite where Fred must have slept before going further into the caves. I knew it was him because the place was littered with empty packages of his favorite hiking foods, canned soups, tube food, and instant noodles.
Tube food? That sounds gross.
Oh well, it's not that bad. One winter, Uncle Fred and I went hiking into the mountains, and we were surprised by a blizzard. We were stuck in a small cabin for 2 days, and all we ate was tube food, and cold canned goulash as well. Your grandmother was worried sick, but I thought it was all very exciting.
Now, when he reported to the teacher started looking around, and they started opening the lockers. And there it was, his watch. So, me pretending like, oh, I don't know how it got there, but they probably can all tell that I stole it.
The power core I found activated the suit's grappling device when I picked it up. It must have been left here by my uncle.
The teachers informed my parents. My mom was extremely disappointed. So when she picked me up, instead of going home, we went to a police station. And we sat in the car, and my mom said, "Go in there and tell them what you've done."
The grappling device left a sort of symbol everywhere I grappled. I noticed similar symbols already there in the cave, and I was getting more and more certain that this place was where Fred had gone.
And I'm just like, no, I don't want to. I don't want to be in jail. I don't want to be arrested. And my mom's like, I don't care. Last time you stole, I warned you that I'd bring you to a police station. And I cried a lot. And I promised my mom I'd never steal again. And that was how I learned not to steal. That's about it.